Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and today let's have a Chanel unboxing. First of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. I decided to put out kind of an extra video because of Christmas. This is one of my Paris unboxings, actually the last one. Oh, that makes me feel good to say that. And I thought that I would save this for Christmas because this is truly something special and something that I personally never thought that would happen to me. So in the spirit of holidays and celebrating, I thought that let's look at my new Chanel handbag together. I was in Paris in the beginning of November, so I have definitely hold up for making this unboxing because I kind of wanted to save it for a special moment. And today is Monday when this is coming out, the 23rd. In Finland, where I live, Christmas Eve, the 24th, is kind of the main event. So that's when we kind of open the presents, if you will. But basically that's the main day, and then the Christmas Day, the 25th, and then is it Boxing Day in English, the 26th. Those are just kind of like for chilling and relaxing, and so on. So what a better way than to welcome Christmas Eve's Eve than opening a new handbag. For full disclosure, I am filming this in December and I bought it in the beginning of November. I have already used it, but I have tried my best to wrap it up how I got it. Well, not in a successful way, but I have filmed the actual unboxing, how it looked like when I got it from the store, and so on. As you can see, it is in the white paper bag, white wrapping all together. So this is from the first Chanel boutique, Rue Cambon store. For some reason, I am one of those people who felt the need to go there to do this. I mean, it wasn't obviously that I wanted the white wrapping, but if in some wonderful case I would have found my bag from there, I would have this special wrapping, and that is what happened. I thought I would show this first, so for those who are interested to see, and then I will tell about the shopping experience in this boutique, because prior to this bag, I have only purchased perfumes from the Chanel boutiques and, I don't know, some card holders like years ago. So I definitely did not have any type of customer records, history, purchase history, and so on. So I'm gonna share with you my experience by shopping here. Was it good or was it not the most luxurious one? Let's see and find out later. Okay, I've actually been waiting to do this because when I have used this bag at home, I haven't revealed it here and it felt a bit odd. So maybe I'm very stuck in this YouTube universe where I want to share things with you before I properly take them into use. But yeah, I wanted to, of course, I wanted to use this. So yeah, I have used it maybe a couple of times, not often because this is a special item. And then I've just kept it in its box. And now I'm thinking of how I'm actually going to store it moving forward. That's minor details. So this is the shopping bag. They gave me a camellia on top, and then there is this Chanel ribbon. They gave me this sort of thing, which I don't know if it's visible, but it kind of has the Canage print on this. Is this usually black or white as well when you are buying Chanel stuff? Because this is my first time actually for a bag. Let's see. So there is this type of thing, which just has some photos and some text. Obviously, honestly, I haven't had the time to look at that really. And then there is this very luxurious paper bag where we have the cloth. Oh, sorry, the cloth. Has this usually come in a bit more special way than this? I think I have seen unboxings where it is not in a paper bag. So that's it. The part that no one actually usually cares, but still, I mean, this is new for me, so maybe it's new for someone else as well in what we have in here. Here we have the box. As you can see, no ribbon on it because, I mean, I had to remove them to be able to wear it, and it was done so beautifully that I didn't even dare to try to replicate that anymore. And then here we have the receipt. Okay, so as you can see from the footage that is now rolling, this definitely was wrapped in a beautiful bow with the camellia and everything, and definitely a beautiful item to receive. In a way, I think the kind of packaging is luxurious and kind of how it comes. But I don't know, maybe the camellia is a special thing for Chanel, but other than that, it kind of felt, maybe it is like the whole bigger picture of shopping at Chanel than versus, let's say, Dior. The service level and presentation and everything. I mean, I think it looked beautiful and luxurious, but I had the feeling that I have seen better, if that makes sense. But yeah, so there is there a magnet or maybe a very light one, but basically opening it up, and this is what I saw. So paper, here is the ribbon and the camellia beautifully tucked in, and when I remove the last tissue paper, you are gonna see the color and probably have a guess of what it is. Are we ready? Did anyone have any kind of inkling of what I would have chosen at Chanel? There is the dust bag. Such a shame though that the dust bags are not white when everything else is white. But yeah, so removing the remaining tissue paper, here we have this beauty. I think this is a mini flap, called the mini flap, in a very light blue gray shade. I will take another footage in daylight so you're able to see the actual colors if my lights are not providing the best experience. And it has this kind of champagne gold hardware. I'm sorry, by the way, if you can hear some sounds behind me. My puppy is enjoying his bone and he's really like chewing on it, because I thought that would be keeping him busy while I'm filming. So I'm so sorry about the background noises. I am quite mesmerized, and this is in lambskin. I'm not familiar with Chanel lingo at all, so unless the color code and the collection is written in the receipt, I have no idea when this came out. And I'm truly sorry for it, because I just went in there with a certain color palette in mind. I don't really care if this is from the newest collection, previous one, wherever. So I'm honestly, I'm super bad at this because I've never done this before. So this is my fourth Chanel bag, if I'm counting my wallet on chain as a handbag, which is what I'm using it for. But this is the first bag I've ever purchased new from the boutique from Chanel. And I honestly thought that that would never happen because the prices are ridiculous. Like, this was so expensive that I felt a bit sick shopping in there. But if you have watched my other unboxings from Paris, you have heard of why I went a bit spendy in Paris. And I really thought that this probably is going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity for me to live that sort of day in Paris. by shopping at Cartier and so on. And I thought that this is definitely not an investment that I'm expecting to actually get more expensive and get more value and so on. But I would imagine that this is a classic piece that will definitely last the test of time. And if nothing, then kind of keep the value. And I thought that would be an excellent way to spend my money, I guess. And yes, I was a bit crazy in Paris, and I felt that because I could afford it, and this is somewhat of a dream that I never thought would happen, I went for it. And here we are, this beautiful bag. I have the rest of the chain inside, but yeah, this is unbelievably special, I have to say. Also price-wise, unbelievably special. Yeah, now that we have the bag out and the open, and kind of my secret is out, I was definitely very spendy in Paris. I thought, let's go into the shopping experience, because I have been to the Rue Cambon store before. I have purchased perfume, so I've been an excellent customer for them. No, but really, I mean, I have visited it and kind of looked around, but I have never actually had a proper like essay from the leather side to assist me and kind of go through that. And I think we were in the store maybe 1.5 hours, so we were definitely there for a long time. Because I was not fixated in one color. If I would have been fixated, it would have been black, but other than that, I was kind of like open. What I went in to look for was a neutral, light colored, smaller bag. So not any of these classic flaps, because I'm not able to wear them crossbody. Plus the price still, like, even if I would have inherited a lot of money, it's crazy for me. And because I can't wear them crossbody, I don't think it's worth it. I have some vintage flaps that I adore, and I kind of feel that the price point is a lot more attractive than those in the boutique. So it kind of like no classic flaps, but I was open to smaller, maybe even like seasonal handbags. But the thing is that they needed to have a crossbody strap and this turn lock CC closure. A wallet on chain would have also been okay, depending a bit. So this is kind of what I said. And this is honestly the first time I'm actually even trying out these kind of mini flaps. I got appointed this young, can I say young essay? This person who seemed quite young and energetic. They brought me to a counter, and there were not even chairs or anything, and they were just asking like, okay, so what are you looking for, and so on. And I told the same thing. So a light colored neutral bag that can be worn crossbody. And then they were just like, okay, just wait a moment. And they went to open some doors and whatever, and brought back a pile of bags that were mainly pink or red in shade. And obviously I didn't say to that person that I'm not a pink kind of person. I don't really enjoy that shade or that color palette at all. It's not really for me at all. And I'm more into like a neutral world than actually like pink and red. So when all the bags were in front of me, and I was just like, okay, none of these are at all interesting to me. And then they were just like, yeah, okay, let me go and check some more. And they came back with more pinkish bags. They were like salmon shades, and so none of like gray, beige, white, none of that. Only like pink, salmon, this type of color palette. then there was one beige small classic flap that they brought out. And I was like immediately like, okay, so that might be the right color, but I'm not really looking in for classic flaps, like those classic flaps, because I can't wear them crossbody. And they were just like, well, you can try it. And I'm like, well, I know already, but so I tried on. It was, I mean, we all know how short those straps are. Not possible to wear crossbody. And then they were like, yeah, okay. Went in to look something more. Brought back a turquoise wallet on a chain, and what is that bag model called? The kind of that looks like a bit like a dust bag thingy, or the kind of tote shape thing in denim or something like that. And at that point, I was just saying to my husband that I don't think that we are really clicking with this essay, because it feels like they don't really understand at all what I'm meaning and saying. And it might be that I wasn't really clear, but in my head, denim color is not neutral light color. And then at one point they had asked if we want something to drink. And that was before they brought out any bags to us. And I was like, yeah, please, champagne, because I felt that if I am buying something like this, then I'm definitely earning a glass of champagne. And then that person just kind of, I think he ordered it or put it into some machine, I don't know. But then once they had brought out all the bags that I was clearly just not excited about, they just said to me that, sorry, we can't serve any champagne before 12, before noon. And I'm fairly certain that was a lie, because on the other side of the room on a counter, there were ladies drinking champagne. So I was fairly certain that they were just saying that because they had the feeling that we are not going to buy anything, so they're not going to waste the champagne on us, which kind of just didn't feel that good, to be honest. But whatever. At that point, I was like, okay, so if they just don't bring out like anything mildly interesting, we'll just have to leave, because this is just we're spending time, and this essay is not really understanding at all in what I'm looking for. Kind of showcasing that I say I don't like pink, and then bringing back more pink bags. So, oh well. And then at one point I did mention that I mean, a gray color tone is also okay if they were just thinking that I'm into beige, and that's why I brought out all of these kind of pinkish stuff, or turquoise and denim. So then they decided to bring out some white bags as well as this one. And I did try on the white, because I also have a fixation on getting a white bag, and for some reason a white Chanel would be beautiful. But when I was trying them on, they felt so white, like just so brightly white, that it wasn't for me. Plus, if it would be white, I would truly prefer with silver hardware, and that was not an option. So yeah, that's just how it is. But basically, this was brought out at that point. And this was the first bag that I was truly like, okay, so what is that? I tried it on multiple times. I took it back to the counter and then went back to the mirror and tested. And then suddenly the essay said that, oh, look at that. We are past noon already, so now we can get you the champagne. Which I still kind of feel that maybe at that point the essay realized that I was actually interested in buying something, and now it was time to champagne. But the story gets better with the champagne, believe me. I was like, yeah, sure, now it's a good time. They brought us a glass of water at some point. Wonderful, but yeah. So then the essay just suddenly decided to bring back me some sunglasses and some card holders, obviously trying to sell me more stuff. I can try on the sunglasses, but I'm not like I can play along, I'm not gonna buy them. They were very flashy. So I have a feeling that that person didn't really understand my style at all. But that is fine. So then the essay was kind of like, look, I fought with someone for this bag, and look, I got a red mark. And then they brought out this similar like mini flap in very dark gray, like almost black, but very, very dark gray. And I have to be honest, that was fairly tempting because that would have probably been a more practical color than what this is. And I was then kind of spending my time in the mirror again, like wearing this, wearing the gray one, wearing this, wearing the gray one. To the point where I was just like, okay, so I wouldn't wear this bag every day anyway. I have 2 black Chanel bags already. Getting one in a very blackish dark gray, not sure if that helps me in my kind of making my bag collection a bit more varied. Plus, I was like, I went in to look for a light colored bag. And then when I was just talking with my husband, like, this would not be my everyday bag. So why wouldn't I then do something that is clearly tempting me and not taking the responsible option of going with almost a black color? And after probably being there for 1.5 hours or something, I decided to get this one. And I'm so excited. I think this is so adorable. And if you are wondering regarding the champagne, it never came. I paid for this, we left the boutique, and that's it. So I don't really know what type of game they were playing with the champagne, and maybe the SA was just using their power of not giving it to us because I was difficult or something. But I have to say that the experience wasn't really bad. The SA wasn't uptight or being arrogant or anything like that. I think they were trying to serve me the best of their abilities, but I didn't really feel that I'm now spending thousands of euros and I would be treated that way. And it might be because I felt that the person didn't really at all understand me and what I was looking for, and I would have preferred a more honest being like, hey, that colorway is something we don't have in stock right now. So are you interested in looking at some other colors or how? And I would have appreciated that a lot more than trying to bring some turquoise stuff in front of me and maybe hoping that I would then buy some very spectacular, crazy looking sunglasses. But I think each their own, and that person was very pleasant, and I think they were very patient with me and kind of how I went with it. But I've definitely had better experiences in shopping in luxury boutiques, and I don't do that very often. So it is kind of a very big deal for me to go to Chanel and actually buy a bag. So, I mean, it was an experience, it wasn't a bad one, but it definitely wasn't something that I am reminiscing as the highlight of all of my Paris journeys or my luxury journeys. But regardless of that, I got this. This is just so adorable, and I couldn't really be happier. I'm over the moon by this, and now I got to share it with you as well. How are your experiences when you've been shopping at Chanel, especially in Paris? I mean, of course, if you have a relationship with an SA, it's most likely very different. I didn't have a relationship with anyone, so this is kind of what was offered to me. But yeah, how does this match with your shopping experiences? And what do you think of my new bag? Thank you so much for watching. And for those who celebrate, Merry Christmas again. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.